You think your closet is organized? Japan disagrees. Has nothing to do with how neatly you fold. It's about whether every single thing in there still has permission to take up space. Stay until habit number 5, because it's backed by a number about how much of your own wardrobe you actually wear. That most people refuse to believe until they check for themselves. Number 3 has an actual date on the Japanese calendar, one still followed by schools and companies today. And number 10, I'll save that one for the very end because it's the quietest habit on this entire list. None of these 10 require a bigger closet. If anything, they work better in a smaller one. Let's get into it. To understand any of this, you need one Japanese word first. Danshari. 3 ideas stacked into one word: refusing, discarding, and separating from the attachment underneath both. Coined by the writer Hideko Yamashita in 2009, built from characters used for centuries in yogic and Buddhist training. That specific tiredness that comes from opening a closet that technically has room and somehow still feels like it doesn't. Keep that word in mind. Every habit on this list comes back to it in places you wouldn't expect. Habit number 1. There's probably a wire hanger tangled with plastic ones, a wooden one somewhere, none of it matching. In Japan, a typical closet uses one hanger, repeated. Every single item hanging at the exact same height, facing the exact same direction. Saiton, orderliness, one part of the 5S system, born on Japanese factory floors at a Toyota plant. That same discipline walked out of the factory and into the home. A closet where everything is identical and instant to grab actually gets used more. Fewer emergency purchases, fewer clothes quietly wrinkling into the giveaway pile, fewer mornings lost untangling wire loops. The shift. A hanger isn't neutral. Every different one you own is a tiny decision your closet has to make for you every single day. That's your first boundary. Call it permission. And permission gets harder to give the deeper you go. Somewhere in your closet is a pair of jeans or a dress from a size you used to be or hope to be again. You haven't worn it in over a year. You're not getting rid of it though, because what if? Clothing kept not because it fits the person you are, but a version of you that exists only in the future or the past. The third syllable in Danshari, means separating, not from the clothes, but from the idea that you need daily proof of who you're not yet. Buying one new thing that fits the person you already are today does more for follow-through. Clothes for a future self are a bet. Clothes for your current self are a fact. Permission just got its second definition. Does this belong to the person standing here right now? In most American closets, every season lives together at once, parkas next to swimsuits, all 12 months in the same 18 inches of rod. Twice a year, on fixed dates, the entire wardrobe changes over. Koromogae, a Heian-era court ritual around the 9th century. Japanese schools and companies still hold Koromogae today, June 1st and October 1st, uniforms and all. Only half the wardrobe is even visible. The other half is packed away in a dedicated storage chest called a tsuzura. Nothing sits in the same space as something it has no relationship to. Everything flips here. An American closet tries to hold every version of the year at once. A Japanese one only ever holds the version that's actually happening. Somewhere in your closet is a sweater your aunt got you, a scarf from a co-worker's trip. You keep it visible, sometimes wear it once a year. Giri, a sense of social duty tied to gift-giving. Nobody's saying throw it out in front of the person who gave it to you. The obligation gets honored in the moment and then gets allowed to end. An object can fully satisfy a social debt and still not earn permanent space. That's the quiet part. Gratitude has a start and an end. Most closets only remember the start. Sweaters in a pile 3 deep. The one on the bottom effectively gone the moment something else lands on top of it. Surveys have found the average person regularly wears 20 to 30% of what they own. In Japan, fold everything so it stands upright on its edge instead of lying flat in a pile. Tatamu to fold, done so every single item is visible at a glance, all at once. A stack punishes whatever's on the bottom. Standing folds punish nothing. Permission isn't only about whether something deserves space, it's about whether it can even be seen well enough to be judged fairly. A shirt that fits fine isn't damaged, gets worn maybe twice a year, and somehow still makes you feel slightly worse each time you put it on. Tokimeku, to flutter, to spark, popularized by Marie Kondo, rooted in Shinto animism. Pick it up. If nothing lifts even slightly, that's information. Technically fine and actually wanted turn out to be almost completely unrelated categories. The shift. A functional object and a wanted object are not the same thing. An empty shoebox, an extra hanger bag, paper garment bag stacked flat against the back wall. Yohaku no Bi, the beauty of blank space, borrowed from ink painting and garden design. A shelf with nothing on it isn't a shelf that failed. It's existing as room to breathe. Closets stuffed completely full and closets half empty and cluttered get used almost exactly the same way. Badly. That's the real difference. Empty space isn't nothing. It's the only part of the closet actively resting. A shirt with a button that fell off 4 months ago, a jacket with a small tear, moved to the back indefinitely. Kintsugi, repairing broken pottery with gold-dusted lacquer, making the crack part of the object's story. Repair it properly, soon, and let the fix be visible and fine, or actually let it go. The mended, visibly repaired item usually gets worn again almost immediately. Everything flips here. A repaired object gets a second life. An object stuck in limbo doesn't get a life at all. The next one is where this entire video actually reveals what it's been circling the whole time. The concert shirt from a decade ago, the high school jacket, a gift from someone you don't speak to anymore. Mono no aware, roughly the pathos of things, a Heian-era aesthetic idea that impermanence isn't a flaw, it's the whole story. The classic example is a cherry blossom. Nobody mourns that it only lasts a week. The week is the entire point. A closet isn't measured by how much it holds. It's measured by how much of it has actually earned the right to still be there. Stop here. Let that land. A closet isn't measured by how much it holds. It's measured by how much of it has actually earned the right to still be there. That's the whole point. One habit left. The quietest one of all. It's not really about clothes at all. It's about the box they live in. When an American closet fills up, the instinct is expansion. A second dresser, a rolling rack, a storage unit. A traditional Japanese home almost never allows that. Storage is built in, fixed, called the oshiya. And when it's full, it's full. It's just arithmetic, enforced by a wall that was never going to move. That's the quiet part. A closet that can expand forever will. A closet with a hard edge is the only kind that ever actually stays closed. 10 habits. One hard question running underneath every single one. Has this actually earned its space, or is it just occupying it? Question 1. Is this here because of who I am right now, or who I used to be, might be someday, or feel obligated to remember? Question 2. Can I actually see this, or has it been buried? Question 3. If my closet had a hard limit today, would this be one of the things that stays? 3 questions. 30 seconds. Which of these 10 did you not expect to see on this list? Tell me the number, 1 through 10, in the comments right now. And if this changed the way you'll open that door tonight, share it with the one person you know needs to hear it. See you in the next one.